Hey guys, how's it going? This is me, Afterlife Okami HD, and I'm gonna continue with my Half-Life playing. So, we got some ammo, we just took out a chopper right here and whatnot, but today one that I wanted to talk about was the Crimea crisis, I guess you could say. The reason why I held off from doing a video about the specific topic was that I wanted to gather more information and let the fumes of media bias calm down, I guess you could say. So, I'm gonna break these crates right now, but my, the thing is that a lot of things are being skewed by the media, and the fact is that a lot of people's actual ignorance about the whole topic is a very bad thing, in the sense that a lot of people are judging based off of these Cold War and pre-Federation days of Russia and whatnot. I'm not saying that I necessarily agree with the Russian government 100% necessarily, but it does seem that they may have a case in point, and I would like to expand on that. First, it seems that why am I? I'm kind of running in a circle. Sorry about that. But anyways, it seems like that the Russians are claiming that because the Ukraine does not have a legitimate government right now, classified by quite a few people, that their jurisdiction over the Crimean Peninsula may be a little bit valid. And here's what I mean. If you are not aware of the situation, the thing is that Crimea, or no, excuse me, Ukraine just had a revolution, whereas people rose up because they wanted change in government, and then it eventually happened after a week or so, or a certain time period within that stand. And then what happened was that um, yeah, the protesters, the Iron Maiden, I think it was called something of that sort. They took over the government, and since Russia has a lot of interest in that area, the Crimean area and Ukraine in general, due to its Soviet past and whatnot, there's a bit of tension that arose because within the illegitimate government considered by the Russian people, or not the Russian people, but the Russian government, this essentially led to a conflict of interest and whatnot over security in the region. Now, here is where the Russians may lose their case, for or at least the Russian leadership. Under Putin, they claim that it's 100% legitimate what they're doing and whatnot because they have a trade or not a trade agreement, but an agreement of some sort that allows them to station troops in the land. But there has been also reports of them doing some foul play in certain areas and whatnot, such as there's some apparent snipers that have been shooting on people and stuff of that nature. There's also raiding of key economic points and whatnot in the area, which would be a violation of code of law essentially. But those people were unmarked as well, which they are clearly not allowed to do. But also it comes to the point: what is the legitimacy of the government of Ukraine at the moment? They vote because the parliamentary, I believe it is, of Ukraine or of Crimea, excuse me. They just voted that they're going to have a referendum, which just means essentially a vote over the future of Crimea, if it's going to join the Russian Federation or if it's going to stay part of Ukraine. And the reason why they might want to do this is a nationalistic pride, sense of cultural acceptance and whatnot. But also, you got a situation where the Ukrainian standard of living has been decreasing quite extensively over the course of the revolution and other things, whereas Poland used to be in the same situation as Ukraine during the time, but they got out of it, they improved. But that's just showing them maybe the incompetence of the Ukrainian leadership. But in the same sense, even though they may have a lower standard of living, what right does that give Russia to claim over their land at the same time? And there has been reports that Putin wants to make it a fair, process and whatnot, who gets to control over the disputed lands. But at the same time, it's shady on both ends. Both parties in the matter are having some issues and whatnot, and I'm going to try to take out this helicopter. Oh, I think I missed. See if I can get this. So it's going to be interesting. The vote's going to be in about a week over the future of Crimea, and a lot of people, are worried, of course, with their future, their nationality, etc., etc. But it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out to a non-involved party and whatnot. That's really my 2 cents. I mean, I'd like to have the opportunity to converse with a Ukrainian and a Russian to see their situation, and I died. But this, I'm wondering if I'm probably doing something incorrectly here, but I should probably grab the water boat and whatnot if I can find the damn thing. Let me see if I can find it. I might not be able to, but let's see. Running out of oxygen. Okay. I tried to kill it head on. That was obviously an incorrect move, but oh, sorry, that was a text message. If you hear any loud noises in the background, that's actually thunder, because it's actually raining out quite extensively, but yeah, the thing is that it'd be very interesting to talk to more, like, people more directly involved, not just outside media sources, because you're gonna, of course, have rivalry, which has already happened, where the the American news media has been going against the Russians, of course, like even in their news reports are referring to Russia as Mother Russia, which is, of course, based on the Soviet stance, I guess you could say, of how they might refer to their country, the Mother Nation and whatnot, Rodinia, but I probably skewed the pronunciation of that, but the whole sense of it and whatnot. And then you have the Russian government, of course, claiming they didn't do anything wrong. And then you have the European Union, which is getting offended and whatnot by the whole situation. They want peace. But the thing is the European Union doesn't really have a spine at the matter. They don't have the balls to essentially declare war on Russia because they know what will happen to countries in the matter that are right next to it. For example, France and Germany, the economic powerhouses of Europe. So, but really, that's my 2 cents. I believe they're both wrong in their own right. It just depends. Let's see who's the rightest of the wrongs, I guess you could say. And I didn't really accomplish much with this gameplay, but I mean, I hope you enjoyed my little conversation. Thanks, and have a nice day.